You've seen the cranes, the traffic, the nonstop building, and thought to yourself probably at one point or another, man, Nashville is the best city in the country. You've probably also thought to yourself, think Nashville, think Brad, but if you did, you should have called me by this point. So if not, shame on you. But one other question is lingering in recent months, and that question being whispered ever so loudly in increasing ways is the growth in town over? Well, that's what this video today is all about. Is Nashville's growth over, or are we just in a pause? In the last decade, Nashville has become a it city, going from a country music mecca to a metropolitan area. In recent years, and for the last decade alone, over 100 people a day were moving to all of Middle Tennessee. No, not just Nashville, although a lot of people were quoting that. Now things have changed. Stuff's cooled a little bit. Now we're closer to 50 to 60 people per day, depending on who you talk to. But why is that? Why has that number shrunk? Here's the truth. Nashville is a very cool city. We've become that way in the last decade, and prices have exploded. You see, back in 2015, just 10 years ago, the median price for a home was right at $240,000. Today, you're lucky if you're finding something that's in great condition for less than $500, $550. That is really tough to come by in the city limits. That means that for a lot of new families, first-time homebuyers, and people new to town, the thing that drew people here the most in the past, affordability, is hard to come by. And then you add in so-so schools, rent prices exploding, and traffic, and for many people, they're going, do I want to be in Nashville anymore, or should I look outside of there? I've had a number of friends who have moved to some of our sister cities, Huntsville and Birmingham and Knoxville and Chattanooga, great places because they were tired of being here and watching their life slip away before their eyes. But in reality, were their lives truly slipping away? Honestly, probably not really. Unfortunately for some, maybe so. But people are still coming here. That's the point to remember. Yes, the numbers are down, but many people are still moving here. It's not necessarily because Nashville is still the greatest place in the country. Still a great city, things have changed. But for many, it's a job, it's a lifestyle change, it's friends, it's family, it's the things that unite us. So keep in mind, people are still moving here and will be for a long time to come. So what is it affecting? Well, the cranes are still here. Let's think about construction first and foremost. If you drive through Midtown, downtown, Wedgwood, Houston, you're still gonna see the cranes. Not as many as you were, but they're still there. Tighter lending standards, higher construction costs, higher labor costs have put a little bit of a damper. And for many, sometimes these projects don't pencil anymore and the folks sell the plot or wait to develop. And if you want to see where those cranes are, one of my favorite websites, the Nashville Business Journal, go and check out their Nashville Crane Watch. I'll link it down in the bio. Now, one interesting trend we've been talking about, and a link is going to appear up above me for one of my recent videos, is on the trend of commercial buildings being converted to apartments, condos, or hotels. So it's not that the market is dying, it's just kind of changing, right? We have too much commercial space for the world we're living in, and rather than demolishing it, people are saying, hey, I can save that building, I can retrofit it, the cost is there, but the structure is there, so let's do it. And that's so much of what we're seeing and will see for years to come. Now, the job market reality of town. The reality is we're in pretty good shape overall. Our unemployment rate is right at 3%. Tourism, hospitality, tech, banking, all these things, healthcare, are all still growing and moving. Amazon is not going anywhere. HCA, Vanderbilt, TriStar, they're not going anywhere. And with Oracle's planned campus and all these other things, everything is looking great. Now, has it slowed down from that pace a few years ago when it seemed every few weeks or month some Fortune 500 company was opening an office here? Yeah, but the things impacting us are impacting everybody across the country. A weakened economy, remote work, people not knowing where they want to go and what they want to be. It's a lot to deal with, but Nashville is still strong. So again, the market's not fading, it's just kind of reorganizing based on the world we're living in 2025. Growing pains. It's what we've been going through. Look, Nashville has had a number of things happen to it, which most cities would kill to have. But with growth comes higher traffic, crowded schools, a lot of infrastructure that's been built that's not quite adequate for what we need. This pause gives us a chance to grow the city and think about better planning and more appropriate planning. It's like if you're a parent, which I am with 3 beautiful children, it's like growing pains. You'll have a growth spurt, you'll kind of hang out for a bit, have another growth spurt. You don't just wake up one day and go from a baby to a 6-foot man a day later. It takes time, it takes years, it takes planning to become who you're meant to be, just as it is for a city. So it all boils down to what's the real estate angle. That's what I do. I sell real estate, I make videos on real estate, I love real estate. Real estate is such a big part of my life. Well, keep in mind, the market is not crashing, it's normalizing. It's giving buyers a chance to wait, to take a breath, what we've touched on earlier in this video. It's having sellers, if you're going to sell, price more appropriately. The market has changed. You must have an agent who knows it, who understands the math, who's not there just to be your best friend. Look, we're gonna be friends, but who's there to educate you, and that's what I've always tried to do. So here's my final take. Is Nashville's growth slowing down? Yes. We've had a multi-decade surge where you've seen the city grow in population, the city grow in size, new buildings, new bars, new restaurants, new high-rises, which are the true mark of growth, I think, for any city in 2025, whether you're growing or dying. And we've come a long ways. But we're not gonna have skyscrapers going up every single day. We've got a lot planned and a lot that will be coming, but in a moment, we're kind of in a lull. There'll be the occasional announcement, but we're kind of in a lull while people work out what are property values worth, how do we manage construction costs, how do we get a big enough crew, all these things that I don't know anything about, but would love to one day. But in the meantime, I will be here. I will be selling real estate. I would love to be your agent. So if you're watching this video going, should I reach out to the guy? The answer is yes. Our contact information is in the bio. I'm available. My phone stays glued to me. And after 15 years and hundreds of sales doing this, I think I'm one of the best. I didn't say the best, but one of the best. We'll have fun. You'll learn a lot, and I'll get you a great deal. As always, think Nashville, think Brad. And when you're ready, think Nashville, think Brad. See you soon.